Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today we're going to be planting some spring bulbs and doing some more garden cleanup. Hump up. We have some blooms in the gardens right now. The spring bulbs that we already have in are coming up and they're starting to show some blooms and colors. We have some daffodils starting to bloom here on the front corner, but my favorite daffodils are in the back and we're still waiting on those. But down here in the lower bed we have some hyacinths coming up and we have some different colors, some purples, some blues, and some maroon pinks. And the ground cover periwinkle vine's starting to put on some purple blooms as well. Hump up. I got ducks out. We have some sneaky ducks sneaking through the fence. We have two of them out here that escaped the barnyard. But we also have some blooms coming up here on the pond bank, so I'd really like to get some black mulch down here. I just haven't went and got it yet. I'm planning on getting it tomorrow. The pond bank's pretty clean on this side. I just want to get it cleaned up a little bit more, cut some of these perennials back so we can put the mulch straight down. We have some leaves to rake up, some weeds to pull out. We also need to prune back the buddleia bush here on the corner. Got the windmill back up, it's looking good. It's been getting some exercise lately. But today we're going to be working over here on the peninsula, coming off of the island garden. Of course the daffodils are blooming all through here, but we have some other perennials that are coming up, and we're going to have to try and get some of these spring bulbs planted in between all these perennials that are already popped in here. We have these ones here. They're mostly tulips, I believe, my dad got last year, and we never actually got them planted. And then we have one more over there in the pond water getting a drink. Hump up. Now I'm going to have to get the leaf rake out here and get this all cleaned up. We have some perennials that need raked out of here. I have some garbage in here too, some old solar lights that have broken over the winter. We have an old Easter egg in there that we never found. We also have some other solar lights and a piece of Echo's toy. So we just need to get this whole garden raked out and cleaned out. And then we'll be able to get all these 15 or 16 pots here planted all through here, so we'll actually have some spring color next year. So I just need to get some things cleaned up in the bed here so I'm able to see where I'm going to be planting all these pots. We have about 16, I think, here. Hopefully we'll be able to get some color out of them next year, but I don't think they're going to be putting on any buds this year. But creating the gardens here is an ever-changing process, and I've been plugging in a lot of perennials, especially the sun-loving perennials out here on the peninsula. And for most of the growing season, this island will actually be a continuous bloom. However, we don't have anything starting early enough, so we got to get some spring color in here. More than just this daffodil. Some of the perennials that we do already have in the island garden here is some allium, some lilies, some irises, yucca. We have gladiolas in the back. There's also blue sea erigium coming back up there. It reseeded pretty well over here. Oh, and we have hostas going all the way down the line here. I might be missing something, but we'll be able to see that whenever we do some garden tours. Hump up. So I'm going to gather up all the tools I'm going to need to do this. I'm just going to need a rake and a wheelbarrow, maybe a shovel to dig some holes. And I might as well open the gate so all the birds can come out and forage. Hump up. It's a beautiful day to go to the pond. Where are you going, Mumbles? Thought you might be trying to get to the pond. I know Ron and his girls are already in there. Thought Mumbles might have seen them and tried to follow them. I know this one Khaki is. She's real curious. I can't have everybody finding the koi pond. I'll let Mumbles in there, but you can't bring everybody, girl. Chickens, I got work to do. You're not gonna scratch up my gardens, are you? Jackie, Blue, I see you. Huh, pup. Hey girls, not you. Sorry, just Ron and his flock. Come on. Can't ruin it for everybody. How Mumbles? Duke, what are you doing down here, bud? Don't be looking at that water. Keep it moving. Jumbo Ed, you birds, getting me distracted. Pop. Alright, I got some sticks pulled out, some of the garbage that needs thrown away, and we got all the loose perennial stuff all raked up and put into the wheelbarrow. It's looking a little bit cleaner already. The chickens are working on the other side. That's fine. I'm not trying to clean up the whole garden today. I just want to get this side cleaned up so I can get these pots planted. Come on, Bulls. Beautiful day. Don't even think about it. Don't even do it, Duke. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. You have your own pond. Dabbles is out there by himself. It's the duck pond. That's where you belong. Go on. Dabbles doesn't own the pond. You ducks. Pop. Pop, you helping or relaxing? You look real comfy over there, bud. I got everything planted in here. There were some pots that were all dried up, so we didn't have the total of 16. And a couple of them I planted in the same hole together to make more of an impact whenever they come up. Echo kind of dug this one up, but it still has a few leaves here. I did have to plant these deep, so you can see that they're still in a divot. That's because these are perennials here, and I need to get them about 6 inches below the topsoil level so they don't freeze during the winter. But I also can't bury that green leaf, so I'm gonna have to wait until it grows so I can get it up to topsoil level, and then I can backfill and level it off. That won't be a big deal. I think we're past our last killing frost, so I'm not too worried about them being buried a little bit shallow. The only issue is it's gonna be more enticing for a chicken or a duck to find it, and they'll come in here and try and dig it up. The chickens more than the ducks. That's the main reason why I try and get the ducks out to the pond, but I try and leave the chickens in the barnyard. It doesn't always work out like that though. But we got these planted in here. They're not going to be blooming this year, but hopefully we can get some color out of them next year. Ducks. Pup. Don't you do it, Duke. That pond's not for you. I'm only allowing Ron in there, bud. You got too many ladies. Dabbles. You either. But I think this area is looking a lot better. At least the peninsula of the island garden we got cleaned up. We will be moving into the island garden and getting that cleaned up as well. It's just not really a priority, but it was a priority to get these few pots planted. Now, I'm not planning on putting wood chip mulching out here on the island garden this year. I am thinking it would be a good idea to do a top dressing of compost though. This area really could use some more nutrients and some more topsoil on top of all these bulbs that I've been planting. Oh, the geyser. Don't you do it, Duke. No. No, Duke. Do not jump. If he jumps, I'll never get him out of there. Get moving, Duke. This is for Ron and his girls, and he's missing Chloe right now. Chloe, you can go swimming, girl. Just can't have Duke and all his ladies. Oh, look at you, Khaki. I see you trying to turn off. Go on, Duke. Chloe, you can go swimming with the girls. Everybody else over to the duck pond. You birds. So I don't think we're going to do the wood chip mulch out here, but I think it's going to look a lot better once we get a nice uniform dressing of the compost going across the top here. And then we shouldn't have much maintenance after that. The perennials should just keep coming all season long. Duke. All right, I'm going to go dump that wheelbarrow on the compost pile, get the rest of this stuff cleaned up, and then we might have just enough time today to bring a couple wheelbarrow loads of compost over here. Pup. Good looking, pup. Get out of here. You planted that. Hit it. Where you going, Lucy? Move on. That's my loose dirt. Alright, puppy, I think that's going to be good for tonight. We got this Peninsula part all mulched over with the fresh compost. You can really see where all the perennials are coming in now. That's looking a lot better, and that's one more section of the gardens here ready for spring. Huh, pup? Yeah, we need to have a fire, bud. What's Mumbles doing? Hopefully that willow comes back. I really haven't checked it for new growth yet. It's definitely got water. Hopefully those oak trees are alive too. Things are just starting to warm up here, so we'll find out here soon. Huh, pup? Alright, that's going to be all for this one. We're just trying to make a little bit of progress in the gardens here each day. If you want to keep following along with everything here at Whitt Acres, make sure to subscribe down below, hit that like button before you leave, and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching. Good boy.